So when Amplify was in its very beginning stages, our initial goal was to create a streamlined first step platform to get youth and young adults involved in the thoroughbred industry. But how we were going to do that, we sort of needed to discover over time. So 2023 was our first year that we had any full-time staff, myself included. And now we've continued to grow our team into this year and really solidify our programming. So we're at a stage right now where it's the next launching point where we're really gonna start growing nationally on a broader basis.
Amplify to me is part of really a next generation of infrastructure for horse racing and its workforce. And if you don't have pathways for people to come in and embrace the sport, to find ways to participate, to learn more about it, you're just cutting off potential workforce, potentially people who want to be interested. And even if they only turn out to be fans of the sport, then it will all be worthwhile.
Keeneland has been a big supporter of Amplify since we started working with them 3 or 4 years ago, and the work that they've done in that time is really just amazing. They have a big presence with us on College Scholarship Day. They help with our 5th grade field trips. They participate at Briarfest. They actually, in 2023, hosted more than 6,200 students at Keeneland, which is a phenomenal statistic.
Our next stage as we expand is to start leaning into establishing more regional partners where people can work with Amplify if they want to bolster their educational programming, or maybe they don't have anything and they just need to get started. Rather than everybody having their own separate program, it all ties into having that unified messaging on how we're bringing youth into the industry and creating pathways moving forward.
It's much more beneficial to have consistent messaging about our sport, and I think Amplify provides such a proven model for how best to educate and expose youth to our sport. If Amplify can be successful in exposing more students and youth to our sport at a national level, that does nothing but set us up for success.
Over the past couple of years, we've had a chance to pilot a lot of programming, and we've reached this pivotal point where we know what works, and we also know what we have to do to grow and expand. And so we're kicking off an impact campaign, the Amplify Impact Campaign, in order to build a mobile education unit, develop a pretty awesome curriculum, and then start implementing regional Amplify ambassadors who can help us to carry out our educational mission through a better method of delivery and transportation.
One of those sayings that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today, right? Amplify is trying to plant seeds for the sport. And it's something that I think should be embraced across the sport. It should be embraced by organizational leadership. We want to build new trees for the sport. And you're not going to see the payoff tomorrow. You're not going to see it next year, right? You have to do this now and know that it is an investment for way down the line.
My goal is that within the next few years, the entire industry, from small tracks and regional breeding jurisdictions to the largest tracks, would recognize Amplify as the national youth arm for education. We're stronger together as a united industry, working together with one goal of bringing young people into the industry, and Amplify can help all of these different groups come together as an industry to have this national education movement.